I wrote Triple Your Profit for one reason. 90% of distributors don't make as much money as they should. That's almost criminal. Now the problem is these people are not hardworking, that they're not smart, that they not want to do better. The problem is there's not a real understanding of exactly what you have to do to get to maximum profit level. People make a pretty good profit, but don't really do as well as they should. To improve profit, you need what I like to call a management plan. Now everybody says, hold on, I've got a budget. Of course you do. It's 75 lines, and everybody negotiates every line. I don't want to say it's useless, but it's not what you need to drive really high profit. High profit comes with what I call a management plan, once again. That management plan is outlined in the book, and the Excel templates that go with the book demonstrate exactly how to do it. A management plan really has three components. Number one, management kicks the accountants out of the room and determines how much profit is this business going to make next year. This is what we call profit first planning. It's extremely controversial, I admit that, but companies that start with an idea about how are we going to do in terms of profitability end up making a lot more money than those companies that just develop a budget and the bottom line ends up being whatever it is. So number one in the management plan, management determines how much profit we're going to make. Number two, management has to turn that profit plan into four critical profit variables: sales, gross margin, payroll expenses, and all other expenses. That's all there is. And so what management says is, how much do we have to sell to get that level of profit? How much margin do we need? How do we have to control payroll and non-payroll? That looks like a fairly simple process. It gets a little bit complicated, but there are guidelines and there are systems and procedures. And again, the book and the Excel templates that come with it provide an understanding on how to do that. Now, it's not quite plug and chug, but it is straightforward. The third component is extremely creative, and this is where management has to really get involved. We have to have an idea of what are we going to do to make those four critical profit variables, sales, margin, payroll, non-payroll, end up where we want them to be. If we're going to raise sales, new accounts, selling more to existing accounts, adding certain products, emphasizing certain products, this is the creative part of the process, and it's exactly what management has to do to be successful. And if companies do that, they can then let the accountants back in to take this management plan and turn it into a 75-line budget or a 200-line budget or whatever excites the accounting staff. One final comment, and that is that the difference between typical and high profit in every distribution industry is huge in terms of dollars of profit. However, when we come back and look at these critical profit variables, the differences are really small. So a little bitty difference in sales growth and margin and expenses ends up making a huge difference in terms of profitability. So if you'll do that, if you'll commit to download that Excel file, develop your business around a management plan, you'll make a heck of a lot more money you now do, and you deserve to. Good luck with doing that.